Hi guys, this is the video that's after the video you just seen, if that makes any sense. The first segment of what I wanted to talk about is black women and natural hair. Do not mind this bow. I had nothing else to really hold my hair back, and I really didn't care. I was having fun with it and just doing what I have to do. Anyways, a couple of years ago, just to start off, I've always been natural my whole life. I've never had a perm or relaxer, and I think that's the same thing, or have weave in my hair, anything like that. But a couple of years ago, I was always fascinated about how this big natural hair movement just started coming out of nowhere, to me anyway. And it was crazy to me, because out of nowhere, like, all of my friends and all of the people I knew from high school were getting like big chops and starting over, and either they were in the process of transitioning their hair, or they weren't wearing the necessary like straight weaves or the curly wavy things anymore, and they were wearing like wigs that were like that represented their curly hair before their hair was actually at that point, if that makes sense. And I think what really prompted me to make this video is because now culture and society is starting to embrace the black girl's hair type, and we have different ranges of hair type. I still don't know my hair type, but because I'm not that invested into natural hair, because I guess it's something that I've always been used to, so I never researched on my hair or what kind of hair type I have. But I know there's like 4A and 5C, and I don't even know if that's accurate or not. But I know it can go from really coily hair to just somewhat not straight, but I guess looser curls or something. But it's just fascinating to me how we come in different, we are just amazing, because not only do we come in different shades, our hair type is different as well. And it was always fascinating to me. But what really prompted me to make this video is because the other day I was reading an article saying how most natural girls have lower self-esteem. And to me, I thought that was very untrue, because women now are embracing the way their hair is, and they're just wearing it out, and there's always this just natural movement. All these YouTubers and showing how to properly care for your hair, and I was like, how can these type of women have lower self-esteem? Is when I started reading the list, and immediately I completely understood, because it just reminded me back when I was in high school, hell, even when I was in middle school, when my friends were starting to get perms, my mother would not allow me to. And I was going to middle school with these big old plaits in my head. Oh Lord. Talk about, and you know, middle school, that's when you're changing, that's when your body becomes developed and this and that. And you know, all my friends, they were looking good, having their straight hair, and you know, I wanted that because it was easier to maintain. And then that's when they were starting to get their hairstyles and different weaves and stuff. And now my mom, every 2 weeks, I was in between her laps, she had her grease, she's pulling on my hair, and she's putting like 4 or 5 big old plaits. Talk about freaking embarrassing. And not just, and I would always try to figure out a way to make myself somewhat look good in it. It just didn't work out. And I can see where lower self-esteem come from, especially in high school. That's when you start to develop relationships. And I just remember my mom telling me in 9th grade, you will be able to get a perm, and I could not wait till freshman year. Freshman year came around, it was supposed to be me and my cousin, my cousin was the one who got the perm. I still remember that day. We went to all three of us went to the salon. My mom, my cousin Claudia, shout out to you, and myself. And I was excited, and my mom was like, "No, you're not getting a perm." And I'm like, "This lady's crazy. Why wouldn't she let me get a perm?" And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She never straightened my hair. She never hot combed it, flat ironed it. Like, heat had never touched my hair prior to 9th grade. And I was just like, how the heck am I gonna look for the first day of, this is high school. You have senior, junior boys like looking at you, and it's just, it was very frustrating, but I got over it. I got used to it because my friends loved me for me, and they still loved my hair texture. So what my mom decided to do, she just, you know, would send me to high school with cornrows, or I could start wearing my hair in a ponytail without me actually having to have plaits. And it's just frustrating because I come from Miami, and the humidity and my hair type is just not the best of friends at all. And my hair will always come into this big old puff, and it would, I hate this term now, but it would become so nappy. You couldn't even put, like at the end of the school day, you could not put your finger through my ponytail. So it's just like so annoying. And then you see all these beautiful girls, your peers around you, and they rocking their hair, they weave is on fleek, and it's just like, damn, why can't I do that? Why won't my mom let me do it? And it's trying to, even when it's just a simple having cornrows in your hair, you can't leave it more for your week, because then it'll start like picking out of the braids, and it was so frustrating. And then that's when I had to sit down with my mom, and I was like, look, we gonna learn how to use a hot comb, because I cannot go to school like this anymore. And what we did, blow dryer, the one that takes the teeth, and we would get that, and she learned how to like straighten my hair for a bit so it kind of looks like something. And I mean, I was grateful for my mom because she didn't want anything to happen to my hair. And at that time, I didn't care I didn't care about hair. I didn't care what the importance was. I just wanted to look like my friends. I wanted to look good. I wanted to look pretty. I did not feel pretty because I was already insecure about myself, and because my hair wasn't done the way it was done. Because even in high school, my sister, my older sister, she would have her hair done and her nails done and this and that and her eyebrows done, and it was just like, for me, no, you can't do nothing. You can't have your eyebrows done. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm like, yo, what is this? What is going on? But I don't know if it's because I was the last child. My mom was trying to preserve my innocence, but as far as my hair, that was just super off limits. And so I started to have my friends like Brianna and Gabrielle do my hair in like box plaits and stuff to somewhat blend in with the crowd. And the things on the article was saying, going through the motions of detangling your hair. Or going through the motions of, what else was on there? Trying to have your hair straightened out and finding the different products that will actually have your hair like laid out and things like that. That can get frustrating, and like one day if you want to do a twist out, your twist out comes out great one day, like you pop it, everything is good the whole day. It's just like you get compliments left and right, but then, you know, you put it in a pineapple or you do whatever to like preserve your hair, or you do it again and it never comes back that same way. It was like it was like that style was meant for that one day, and it gets so frustrating. But you know, I've come to, like, I think after high school, when I started seeing people love their hair and the meaning behind their hair and trying not to portray themselves as, I don't want to say whitewashed, but having the culture and society accept us for how we come, and embracing and loving ourselves and not deteriorating ourselves to become like everybody else that's majority, you know? Especially when you're going to a job interview, they expect your hair to be neat, and time our hair was not considered neat. And my thing is, we can't help how our hair look. Like, this is how we're born. We're supposed to love the way we came into this world and how we are. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with perming your hair, because Lord knows I love when my hair is straightened, because I feel like I have more manageability, and I'm lazy when it comes to my hair. Usually when I finish washing my hair, just to think about the process of combing it out and twisting it and oiling it, who has time for that? You straighten that thing, you put that weave in your hair, girl, you out the door. Like, that's easier to me than caring for your natural hair. But I love my hair, you know? It's something that I didn't like, because I would always have that attention on me, and I felt like people only liked me for my hair. But I really have to say thank you to my mother, because she didn't do anything to my hair, and she got me so used to not doing anything to my hair. You would have thought after high school I'd have been like, perm that sucker, have it straight, let it be flowing in the wind like everybody else. But then I look around, everybody's chopping off their hair, embracing their curls, and I'm like, okay, well, let me stay down and then not do nothing to my hair. I mean, till this day, I've never had weave in my hair. I still want to try it though, but people keep telling me it's like super expensive when it comes to like actually braiding your hair down, and to see when they see my hair and to actually braid it down and then to sew it in. I was like, you know, I don't got time for that. But I do want to try a wig, but I think my head is too big for a wig, so I still have to figure that out. But you can braid our hair, twist it without it untwisting. Like, we have that hair that when you braid it, you don't have to worry about putting a rubber band at the end. And I think that's amazing. You can curl it. I mean, depending on your hair type, then depending where you live, sometimes when you curl it, it might go out to a bigger curl, but Black women and natural hair, we have our goods, we have our bads, but at the end of the day, embrace what you have and try to make it work. And if you want to wear a wig, wear a wig. If you want to wear a weave, wear a weave. If you want to get a perm, get your perm. But just love what you were naturally born with. If you get a perm because you hate your nappy hair, then no. If you still love your nappy hair, but you just know you're not able to maintain it, then go and get your perm, girl. Just know, don't get it forever, because that thing will very much thin out. I've seen the progress, but I mean, just love it. Love the hair you're in. I was going to say skin, but I think I'm going to talk about skin color in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, comment below. Let's talk about hair types and what you use in your hair and all that, and what made you become natural. Subscribe, share, and just love being beautiful and love being you.